Hello, Isaac Levin here. I'm excited to bring to you what's new in the 8.2 release of Enterprise Search. Elastic Enterprise Search 8.2 introduces new ways to ingest, search, and monitor data, giving developers the productivity benefits of using out-of-the-box capabilities, along with the power and flexibility inherent in Elastic Stack tools. Operators also gain even more transparency for managing search experiences and observing search performance. With that, let's get into some demos of the new capabilities developers can leverage to build outstanding solutions with Elastic. As a reminder, developers can leverage Elastic technologies for their search applications in different ways. They can use the Elastic Enterprise Search solution, which brings pre-built capabilities for their search implementation, such as relevance tuning and a powerful web crawler, among others. Developers can also choose to use Elasticsearch and build a bespoke search experience from the ground up with complete flexibility and customization. A key milestone in the 8.2 release is the addition of interoperability between Elasticsearch and Enterprise Search. With this latest release, developers and operators now benefit from Enterprise Search's automatic analytics collection, visual relevance editor, and simple query language using any existing Elasticsearch index, without the need to migrate data or existing index pipelines. This means faster deployment of search, more straightforward relevance management over time, and better visibility into end-user search behavior on your application, website, or within your enterprise. Here I am in the console of Elastic Cloud, and as you can see, I have an Elasticsearch index called Search Products that has 3 documents in it. I want to be able to add some of the out-of-search capabilities available to me with Enterprise Search, but I don't want to migrate my data. I can now go into Enterprise Search App Search and create a new engine. Clicking on Advanced Settings, I now have an option to manage my data with Elasticsearch. Enabling this gives me a list of all the existing Elasticsearch indexes that are eligible to use. Please note that only search indices or aliases prefixed with search dash are eligible for selection. After creating my engine, I can see that those same 3 documents from earlier are now in the engine, and I can add functionality like relevance tuning to that existing Elasticsearch index. But that's not all. Newly introduced support for the Elasticsearch query syntax for all enterprise search engines allows you to take it to the next level when your search experience needs extra configurability. Perform advanced aggregations, use different query time analysis chains, and design complex filtering logic against content originally created via enterprise search without compromising on baseline relevance and analytics collection. Since this feature is in technical preview, you will be required to enable a feature flag on your Elastic deployment. Consult the documentation for updating the Enterprise Search configuration file for more information. So here I am in Elastic Cloud, and as you can see, I have an app search engine called National Parks Demo that has 59 documents in it. I want to be able to query this data using Elasticsearch APIs, but I don't want to migrate my data from the engine. With this new feature, I can do just that. I can open Visual Studio Code, and I can create an HTTP request to execute a GET command against that National Parks Demo engine. I'm targeting the Elasticsearch endpoint and a new API called _search, which for those familiar with Elasticsearch is the common API to perform a basic search. I specify my request body and click send. And as you can see, I get a response showing data that resides in my app search engine. This API is extremely valuable, but what if I am unfamiliar with the search API? In that scenario, we've created a new API called search_explain that takes an Elastic app search query and creates a query that will garner the same results in the Elastic format. Here I am making a query against my app search engine as before. I update the request body and endpoint, and once I send my request, I get a response that includes a query element. Once I have that new query, I can then make that request against the Elastic_search API to get the same results, including relevant settings. With this bidirectional interoperability, we're excited to see what kind of solutions you can create. Try out the technical preview and let us know about your experience. Another key milestone in our 8.2 release is enhancements to our observability story with Enterprise Search. In Elastic Cloud, operators can track all of their metrics and logs data across Elastic for observability, security, and now Enterprise Search. Folks can now set up a monitoring deployment on Elastic Cloud with one click and gain access to audit logs, operations, and log retention, and bring more transparency to search deployments so they can track down when changes were made, address issues, and stay compliant. To set up this monitoring experience, navigate to the Logs and Metrics section of your Elastic Cloud deployment and click Enable in the Ship to a Deployment section. Specify a deployment that you want to ship your data to and click Save. This will take a few minutes, and once it's done, you'll have access to a new cluster overview page where you can scroll down, click on Enterprise Search, and view some key telemetry points for your Enterprise Search deployments. From here, you can monitor such things as HTTP traffic, resources used by the JVM, as well as app search engines, web crawler workers, and workplace search content sources. Another area of focus is on the audit and governance story. Now operators can view Enterprise Search audit logs from Elastic Observability. To do this, navigate to the Observability log section in Kibana. Once here, I can filter my entries on the Enterprise Search audit dataset and monitor in real time. On another screen, I'm doing some test queries, and as you can see, these logs are coming through live in the results pane. Having access to this level of visibility is extremely important as folks ensure they are providing the best customer experience. Another key highlight in the 8.2 release is the new Search Experience Library for Elasticsearch, powered by Search UI. A new connector has been added that integrates directly with any Elasticsearch index and provides pre-built open code components such as filtering, faceting, autocomplete, and sorting, making building search experiences faster, even for custom applications or deeply embedded search experiences. Here, I have a simple React app that is connected to my Elastic Cloud deployment. I have created an instance of my Elasticsearch API connector, and the app is running. Going to the UI, I see that I have an interactive search experience for my Elasticsearch index with very little effort. Go out to GitHub and learn more and try out Search UI today. Also in the 8.2 release are fully customizable Microsoft 365 SharePoint connector packages. Developers can now download these open code libraries on GitHub and adapt their SharePoint content sources exactly to their team's liking in Enterprise Search, and use the repos as templates to easily ingest data beyond the out-of-the-box connectors supported today. And that concludes what's new in Search for Elastic Enterprise Search 8.2 release. Take a look at all the new documentation on this new functionality, try it out, and let us know what you're building. Thank you, and take care.